y'all, welcome back to Ascending with Ashley. I'm Ashley. This is Mommy Preps. Have you seen the footage coming out of New Mexico? Oh my god. I'm prepping my car because I do this every year, but fire season especially, I go kind of a little bit intense. I'm not saying crazy because I think it's crazy when people don't prep. But I just redid some food stuff and just cleaned out the car, especially Nile spot. And it made me feel good. And having like all the art stuff in the big container, I mean, I would pull that out of the car quick and then throw our suitcases in if we had to evacuate. But like watching what's happening in New Mexico and knowing where I am, remember, do your own risk assessment. But knowing where I am, like this whole town could burn and no one would give a fuck, right? Like it's old, there's no investments happening. And it's on indigenous land or like very close to indigenous land. So like that's what they're doing. They being the powers that be. They're taking out indigenous land specifically. So for me, it would be really dumb to not, car prep specifically. I got gas this week, so I have a full tank. I did that because I was almost out of gas. My car doesn't work very good when it's hot either. There's some weird stuff going on with it. But I was watching on TikTok, I was watching people who are evacuating. You can throw stuff in like this, you don't have to like prep crazy stuff. You can just throw in some snackies and stuff, The point is like, especially in fire season, it's like you don't have to pack up your whole life. It's just pack enough to get you to where you're going. That's it. But if you're poor and you can't afford a fucking hotel or whatever, this is how people come into homelessness, So thinking about, that's why my prep includes like a tent and yoga mats and stuff like that. Just want to get on here and remind folks, with everything going on, please prep, please. Remember, prepping isn't like, I don't think people really like feel weird about prepping, but like, I don't know why. It's survival of the fittest, I guess. If you just want to die, that's fine. That's up to you. I cut my toe on a fucking really sharp stick. It stopped bleeding. But anyway, that's where I'm at right now. I think I'm gonna shower because we have to go to the grocery store. And I'm not going like this. But anyway, some things that I do for prepping that might seem kind of weird. I charge all my generators. I label all my chargers too. But I keep my generators charged. Well, I don't keep them charged. I make sure they're charged when I'm feeling like I need to prep. Yeah, I just, especially with my son who has autism, things that are unfamiliar are going to be uncomfortable, and that's going to cause meltdowns, right? So like anything, I know for a fact I will not be able to evacuate if my son is having a meltdown. That I'm gonna have one too. We're gonna end up in a ditch. Like that would not work. So these are things that I have to do to make sure, and I feel better already just with the things that I put in the car and switched out. I vacuumed, and the art space takes up a lot of space in the car, but I'm not moving that because I need that space, so I just worked around that stuff. And then, past Ashley had prepped some stuff, and some of that stuff is like over, like time sensitive. Like winter coats were in there. Like we don't need winter coats at this point. I did keep like a light jacket in there for Niall, and I have like a coat on my thing, but like, yeah. The most important stuff is shelter, food, and like going to the bathroom, having a way to go to the bathroom, having supplies to go to a bathroom, stuff like that, food. But yeah, I can't, activities. Niall has a whole backpack of activities. A long time ago, I stashed some of his very favorite things, so he hasn't seen them in like a long time. Specifically like his Moana action figures, because I just looked, I'm like, what's in here? So I know he would be happy to see that. But yeah, I feel better already just prepping, making sure my car would be able to fit the wagon and our suitcases easily if I moved out the art stuff. And then like having all of my art stuff in one giant container. So I just have to pull that one container out, throw the suitcases in, keeping my generators charged. Do this shit, okay? Do it if you can. I've been homeless living in a car before my son was born. I thought it was kind of fun. I got over it. But because of that experience, I know what it's like to set up a home in a car. And it's something I kind of like, because I like creating space, especially if it's not supposed to be that. I don't know why. The quirk of mine. But anyway, okay, I'm gonna go take a shower. I look gross. Please pay attention to what's going on. If you're not in, the West or Southwest, you don't have to worry about fire season, but again, do your own risk assessment, and prep. I'm just sharing what I do. Keep your car gas tank as full as possible. Keep some supplies in your car. For folks in the Midwest, I know we did this during winter, because of storms and stuff. I don't know if that is still a thing, like blankets and kitty litter and stuff for traction. So yeah, wherever you are in the world, whatever it is that you need, just do it. Just take care of yourself while you can. When these folks in New Mexico who are having to evacuate, their evacuation order is don't take anything, go, and that's all on your own, right? And it's very rural area. I saw a lot of horses and stuff, so livestock, it just breaks my heart. That's the exact kind of area we are in, right? Lots of livestock, lots of space, lots of brush, and so I can't look at that and be like, oh, that would never happen to me. Fuck you. Yes, it probably would. And the thing about where we live is there's only 2 ways out, so when and if an evacuation order comes, you gotta go as fast as possible. Just have your car ready, or have everything ready to put in your car so that within 10 minutes you can go, All right, have a good one.